folks. Welcome to Myers Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome, folks.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome and happy Halloween.
Yes, indeed. I forgot my costume, but then again, I don't need one.
I don't need one either, Jeff. We're natural pirates, natural born pirates.
Right.
So,
Right. I spent my youth trick or treat, never even had to have a costume.
so there you go. So I hope we have a busy show tonight because we have an excellent guest.
Oh, yeah. I think we will. I think we indeed will.
So I guess
piling in.
Yeah, I guess I better get started, right?
Yeah.
Okay, friends. Of course, today's show is brought to you by your friends here at Myers Metal Detectors, where we sell fun and adventure. And of course, the views and opinions expressed here by the Treasure Talk members and guests belong solely to the member and guests and not necessarily to Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Myers Metal Detectors, or Jeff Monin. And of course, today, Jocelyn is out front handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters so I can be on the show here doing my thing. So I'm going to miss her tonight.
She'll save you some.
Oh, I hope she doesn't give it all away. You know me, I love the chocolate. So we bought the good stuff. So the Hershey's and the Mars bars. So hopefully some will be left.
I think it will be. I think it will be.
Of course, let me go through and run. The purpose of Treasure Talk is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting. And I should say gold prospecting too, because of our guest tonight. And to educate our members in a fun, informative manner. And we're going to do just that, aren't we, Jeff?
We certainly are. We certainly are. We've got a really good guest tonight. There's going to be a lot of topics of discussion come up, I'm sure. And we got a couple of really good giveaways. So just talking with our guest just before going live, he just decided to double the giveaway. So there will be 2 winners tonight.
Winners. Can't beat that.
And you can't beat that with a big stick, even on Halloween, you know.
On Halloween, if they're not out there handing out candy and they're watching this show, they got a good chance of winning for sure.
That's right. You just, eat some candy, get some knowledge, and you'll be good to go.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's going to be good. We're going to do, we're trying some things here in the next few weeks and months, some different approaches. So what I may do tonight, I may throw a link up in the chat to bring you on the screen to ask a question of our guest. And then you can ask your question, and then we'll take you off screen and they can answer your question. So we're going to try that. We've thought about getting a, some kind of a call-in feature, but that just is way too expensive. So we're going to do it this way.
Well, that seems like the way that it would work.
Yep, I think that's the way it'll work. So let's go ahead and get on and getting on with our guest tonight. Many of you have seen him before, and you're going to see him again tonight because he's got some new information for us. It's Trevor from Coil Tek Coils. So let's bring on Trevor and get right into it. Hey, Trevor.
Hello. How are you, gentlemen? Hello, everyone. How are you?
We are doing good. We're doing good.
Isn't technology fantastic, hey? The 3 of us in one room together, halfway across the world from each other. It's great. I love it.
It is. It's awesome. So, Trevor, before we get started, go ahead and tell the folks exactly where you're at and what time it is there.
Okay. We've had our Halloween last night, so we're November the 1st this morning. It is 9:35 in the morning, and we're meant to be having, mid-20s, high 20s Celsius, which is probably around the 80 to, 85 mark weather, but we've got probably in the 60s. It's pouring with rain outside, and it feels like winter again. So We're getting so much rain down here along the Australian central and eastern coasts. It's flooding like anything everywhere. The ground is absolutely saturated. So we all want some rain now and then, but this is just stupid. And we're actually craving some warmer weather. It's been so cold here, and us Australians don't like it cold. So it's a bit all topsy-turvy.
It's been odd here too. I mean, we had a couple of days. It was high. It was only like 64 or 65, which is very unusual. That's degrees Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit,
but,
yep.
That's very unusual for us. I mean, in the winter time, most of the time in dead of winter, I'm in North Florida. I'm about 3.5 hours north of you, Phil.
Yeah.
So in the dead of winter time, it will probably on the coldest days it'll be in the high 40s.
Yeah.
But not for long. So I don't know what's going to happen this year. I tell you what, this winter is probably going to be a ripper.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Australia. Come on, that's a ripper, mate. Excellent. I love that. That's fantastic.
It's a ripper.
He's been brushing up on his Australian.
Yeah, he has, isn't he? I'll have to get you one of those like Aussie slang books. They're really good and funny to watch. But I mean, we were all watching with broken hearts when that massive hurricane came through and devastated Florida there, and you know, we send out a lot of good feelings and lots of love to everyone there that was affected, because that was huge for sure.
Yeah, it was bad.
A scary one for sure.
Yeah.
But for me here was pretty. I didn't have much of any damage in my area. Further south, it got pretty
further south, right?
And I never got a drop of rain.
There you go. That's amazing.
You got the big bullet there.
So Trevor, with all that extra moisture in the ground, does that makes the detecting go a little deeper, huh?
Well, it can do. In sort of benign ground, it can complement sort of signals down deeper, but what it can also do is make the ground more conductive. So a lot of the gold hunting guys through Victoria and even here in South Australia and East Coast, the ground gets extremely noisy. And the GPX 6000 is an ultra sensitive machine, and it can get quite noisy in the ground because it's picking up a lot of those little hot pockets of mineralization, and everything's a bit more conductive. So it can be a bit more problematic in some of those areas. So you've got to try and back your sensitivity of your machine off if you're still going to run, or just abandon ship, get the canoes out and just enjoy the rivers while they're flowing, you know. So there's been a lot of talk about how noisy the ground is, because it is literally seeping water, you know, even a foot down. I was on the phone to a good friend of ours, Guy Edgar, who's the Gold Rush guy on YouTube. Shout out to him. He was saying that he was out hunting over the weekend looking for gold, and his holes, as he was digging them down, water's still seeping out the walls, you know, quite about a foot down. It was so waterlogged, so it can be problematic.
So it can be problematic because of the mineralization in your ground.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. So there's lots of in through Victoria, there's lots of mineralization, and there's this red clay that they talk about, which tends to grab a lot of that mineralized. It's basically like rusted ironstone, and that's where the redness comes from, and that's a lot of mineralization. And once it's really wet, it gets even more conductive, so you're getting a lot of false signals. So you can have a target that you think might be a deep target, and you dig down and it's just ground noise. So it can be really, really problematic. Coin and treasure guys, you know, I think you were saying before, Jeff, that the ground you're in at the moment is so hard because there's no rain, so it makes it tough digging. And we've got the opposite. The ground's really soft, so the treasure guys are quite excited about that in some of the parks, and that makes it a lot easier digging.
Yeah, that would be, makes the coils go deeper too.
Yeah, it definitely can do. Now, I mean, you can have, conditions in the ground can complement or make the coil become more problematic. So there's a bit of a fine line depending on what type of detecting you're doing, what coil size you're running, how sensitive you've got the machine. Some areas you don't want to go max sensitivity when the ground's wet, because you're just going to liven everything else out of the ground. And in other areas where it's really benign, that's a perfect time to increase your sensitivity.
Yeah, that's how it is here in Central Florida. It's pretty neutral. There's no mineralization. So I noticed that when the ground is saturated with water, that I can tell that it's going deeper. It's going like an inch or two deeper
Yeah, good.
on coins and treasure hunting. So I just
Yeah.
think it does a better job for us here. But I can understand if you got mineralized ground that you're going to have a lot more falsening and trouble if you try to max out your sensitivity when you got all that water logged in the ground, for
Especially
sure.
with the pulse induction GPX 6000s and the 7000s, some of these higher end gold machines from Minelab can be really problematic in that area, which, you know, isn't a huge problem, because once you know what it is and you can manage through it, you know, people are still finding gold in the areas. It's just become a little bit more of a topic of discussion on some of the groups.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us about, while we're talking about gold, why don't you tell us about the new coils for the 6000 then?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the GPX 6000 detectors, we've got the new Gold Hawk series, which feels like they've been out for 6 months, but they literally only were released July 28th to the public. So they've only been sort of 3 months on the market so far, but they're certainly kicking some goals and you know, making the machine nice and stable, very sensitive coils. We've got a 10x5 small elliptical, which is perfect for sensitivity and maneuverability. We have a 9-inch round, which is really sensitive as well and has really good depth because it's a round coil. And then we do a 14x9 elliptical, which gives you a bit more coverage, depth, and, you know, still good maneuverability being elliptical. So the coils are doing really well at the moment. You can hit Myers metal detectors up if you're a 6000 user, and you know, they also come with the special for November as well. So tomorrow, your time, the special will start.
Yeah,
Well, let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
perfect timing.
perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Go ahead. Tell us about the special. I guess it's a Christmas or a holiday special. No matter
Yeah,
what holiday you celebrate, you're going to get a special with the Coil Tek products for sure.
Correct. Yeah. We've decided, as we do most years, running into the Christmas season, to do a bit of a gift pack and a bit of a special for the people out there to you know, no better time to buy a Coil Tek coil. And for the Nox series, which is the coils that suit the Equinox detectors with the 3 coil sizes, and also the that's one there, yeah, 10x5 Nox, 14x9, and Phil's about to hold up the 15-inch. Look at that, he's ready. 15-inch round they're all the Nox coils for the Equinox 600 or 800. You buy one of those during November and into December while stocks last, you'll get a free gift pack, Coil Tek gift pack. And we're also giving away the gift pack with any Gold Hawk coils, which is the coils to suit the 6000. So in the pack, do you mind if I show that off now, gentlemen?
Go right ahead, Trevor. Show what's in there. And
yeah.
Also, I wanted to comment on my Big Poppy said I have a wonderful costume on tonight. So
Yeah,
thank
I saw that, but I wasn't going to acknowledge his you know,
the sarcasm.
Yeah.
I'm dressed like a pirate.
Dressed as a pirate. Yeah. Where's your patch? So in the swag, you'll get the Coil Tek hat, which looks pretty cool. It's got the nice Coil Tek writing. You get a silver coffee, tea mug, or flavor of your whiskey mug, whatever you want to do. It's got a little clip there to put on your belt and to hang around with your kit when you're ready. Little Coil Tek bottle opener for when you're on a warm day and you need a frothy for the end of the day. And then that's where you put your bottle in a stubby cooler, can cooler. So comes with the pack as well, and it all comes in a nice fines bag, or you can use this for your coils or whatever you need. It's got a couple of drawstrings, even like a little backpack thing. So it all comes in that as well. Nice. So you get that all in the pack. So whenever you buy one of those coils, it'll come with one of those packs while stock lasts. So we've got a fair bit of stock over in the US. We're running it in Australia and the UK as well. So while stocks last during November, December, get on it. Go and see Myers Metal Detectors. And if you're in another region of US, Australia, or UK, just have a look at the Where to Buy page on our Coil Tek website.
Yeah. Diggin Canuck said it could be a rum mug, which, yes, it definitely could.
Looks like a rum mug to me.
Yeah. We do have
definitely.
a question, though, Trevor.
Metal, stainless steel.
Kimberly Kramer wants to know, is on the Equinox coils, is the 14x9 elliptical or the 15 round more balanced?
They're pretty much the same weight as each other. For me, the 15-inch feels a little bit better on the machine because I know I've got a large coil that I'm searching deep with and covering some good ground. So for me, when I use the Equinox, I'll tend to go to a 15-inch coil if I'm either park shooting to cover ground. I know that I don't really want a lot of depth because I don't want to dig massive holes in parks, but it does give me good coverage. And beaches, for sure, the 15-inch would be a good one to go. If I am moving into that surf, though, and it's want to do a bit more water hunting, then that's when I'd use the 14x9 because it's quite robust and can really get down in the water and keep it on the sand. So less drag in it and everything like that. So they're both quite well balanced, but they're about the same weight as each other.
Okay, cool. I hope that answered her question. I think it probably did. I know Kimberly lives down on the Treasure Coast, so she does some beach hunting, but she's also a really good relic and coin hunter. But she does hunt on the beach. So I think, and she is an Equinox user.
Good.
And so I think everything that Coil Tek puts out, can be completely covered. Especially with that small coil, and so that should take care of her 100% all the way down the line, I would think.
Yeah, that small coil, Phil, you've been selling a few of those. What's the customers say about those?
Oh, they love that coil. So I would tell Kimberly to get the 15-inch coil for the Treasure Coast, or when she wants to cover some more ground, go a little deeper. And then when she's coin and relic hunting, I always love a small coil. It's so much easier, lighter. It goes deep. That 10x5 goes deep and covers the ground well. And I just love that coil. I mean, it's just a coin magnet. Use that one when she's out relic hunting. But
then it's actually ground because it's got good target separation. Being a narrow coil as well, you can really pinpoint and really get onto that target, rather than a big coil that you're seeing a lot of targets under. This little 10x5 is perfect for that trashy and coin shooting.
It is. And, Mine Lab's got the 6-inch, but that 6-inch to me, you got to move your arm so much to cover any ground. I just love the 10x5.
The footprint's good.
Right. It covers the ground and it's excellent. And two, I had a call today from a gentleman from one of the other clubs that's close by here, from the SARC club. And he told me he broke his coil ears on his Equinox.
Oh.
And that's such a bummer. So
is that with the Coil Tek coil?
No, not the Coil Tek.
No, you gotta have to be a real beefaroonie to break the ear with Coil Tek coil.
I have not seen any Coil Tek coil ears break, but the Vine Lab coil ears sometimes break, especially if you're not religious about changing those washers and stuff. It can happen because you just you get that sand in there and you wear it down, then you tighten it up too much and it's just a problem. So I'm happy that I haven't seen a Coil Tek coil ear break ever. So
well, I was saying that Jeff before that we've had a really, really good strike rate with these Knox coils globally. We've had very minimal returns for any problems with performance, and I think we've had one 10x5 where the ear broke because of the molding issue as a crack, and we've sold nearly 5,000 of them, so we've only had one wing break, and The 15-inch, we've had a few break, but I think that's because people are using it as a bit of a stabilizer. So they're down digging, and then they put the detector there, and they get themselves up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just sort of flex it out of kilter, and their wings can snap. So it's not from general hunting or anything like that. It is a little bit more of a, the thing that you just got to be wary of as a user, just to not flex it out of, perpendicular there.
Yeah, just don't use it as a cane to get up and down.
That's it. Yep.
We're so tempted to do that sometimes, especially when I'm land hunting, and you're like, if you're in a park, I'm using a little hand digging tool, and up and down, up and down. The next day I'm dying, so don't use it as a cane to get up with. Use your shovel for that, because that's what they're made for sure.
Yeah.
And it looks like Jeff's doing something with the banner there.
Yeah, we're going to give away one of those great swag packs that Trevor's giving away tonight. And remember, folks, if you don't win this one, stay tuned, because we're giving away another one later. So what we had to do is you had to register, obviously, and I've drawn some names. And the phrase that you had to use is Coil Tek coils find the gold. And they definitely do that. So when you get all spiffed up in your new Coil Tek swag pack with that rum cup, if you have a little bit of rum to go in it, or, root beer or whatever it is.
Nothing in it at the moment. I wish I did, but it is 9:30 in the morning.
Well, you could put coffee in it with a little
cup. Yes, it'll stay nice and warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
So get ready. You have to text, and you'll see my number crawling along the bottom of the screen.
Right, and there's one.
No, that was a spam call.
Oh,
he could win it. Text me, because most of the time Phil has his phone off. So we'll just text me. It's just easy to text me as it is anything else. And Phil's got plenty to do there without having to keep up with his phone. So you have 3 minutes after your name is called to text me, and then with your name and that you were here. Then what you must do, you must send an email with your name, address, phone number to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com with all your information on it. I can forward it to Trevor, and he can get your goodie bag out to you. So get your fingers ready. So the Diggin' Canuck, you have won a swag pack from Coil Tek. You got 3 minutes.
And I know I saw on here, so for sure you're going to get that text, Jeff. So if you aren't one of the lucky ones tonight, of course, if you pick up a coil, you're going to get that with it. So it's an easy way to get that swag pack. Just call them or go on my website and place an order, because all the Coil Tek coils are going to come with that. I guess till the supplies run out. You think they'll last till past December? Or?
I'm hoping not, because it means we're selling lots of coils and everyone's enjoying the product and getting out there using a Coil Tek. So I'm hoping that the everything will sell out in a couple of weeks, which will be really good for everyone. Consumers right through to our team here, who is a great team making the products, because they want to just keep busy and making lots of coils. So certainly a really good big shout out to our Coil Tek production team and all the team around from the admin side through to production. But if they do, that's great too, because it means people have more opportunities through November, December. And if you're looking for a Christmas gift to give someone, wives or husbands or friends or whatever, if you're looking for a good Christmas gift and someone's got an Equinox only with the standard coil, then adding a Coil Tek coil to the toolkit can certainly help you maximize your opportunity out there. If you think your 11-inch coil is great and is doing everything you need it to, use a different coil now and then, and you'll find that you'll get more coins and more treasure in your pocket.
Yeah, I would say that also, especially if you're a coin or relic hunter and you're using that stock coil. I mean, it's an excellent coil, covers a lot of ground, goes deep, but sometimes a smaller coil, especially if it's a trashier area,
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to isolate some targets, and sometimes you miss them with the bigger coil. It just happens because you
Yeah.
go to the same property that you found old coins and old artifacts with, and then put that smaller coil on it, go over it, and it's a new ball game. So I would
Indeed.
suggest that to buy that tool to keep in their arsenal for sure. And
Yeah.
the same thing if you're a beach hunter, try that big coil and you'll be amazed. It's still very sensitive to gold jewelry and the uh, the smaller gold items. You're going
Mm.
to do well with that and go deeper and cover more ground. So it,
Yeah, definitely. Well, Liz did text. So she is the first winner, and there will be another winner coming up soon. And also, you know, when Kimberly asked the question about what coil, she's more leaning towards the 15-inch coil because she does more relic hunting. But even on the beaches down in the Treasure Coast, they're pounding sand on those beaches. You know,
Mm.
they're bringing it all in from the interior of the state and just pounding sand on them. So she
Mm.
would need the extra depth of that 15-inch coil, I would think, on that all that sanded in area. And so it'd be good
Yeah.
for the beach too, Kimberly.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. The 15-inch will punch through sort of that sand. It's really, you know, obviously easier digging. So if you do get something down deeper, you don't have to sort of battle through hard ground. The beauty with the 15 as well is how you get those ridges in the sand, and the
Mm-hmm.
15-inch can just cut through those and push them down sometimes. So if you're in the drier sand, you have the coil on the ground and just push it left and right, and you know maneuver over the heavy ones, of course, but you can it actually starts to push those down a little bit, so you get more flatter ground and better depth. So you know every if you're right on the sand means you're getting maximum depth through the sand, and every inch you come above means your magnetic field moves up and down with your coil as well. So make sure you keep that coil right on the sand if you're in the dry sand. As you get to the wet sand, it can be a little bit touchy here and there because of black sands or some other conductivity. So if you find it's chirping a little bit and it gets a bit frustrating, either come off the ground just a little bit, which will help that coil to stabilize, or just back your sensitivity off 1 or 2 notches, and you'll still get really good performance out of it.
We did have a question from Mark Fiorella. He's from Buffalo, New York.
Hi, Mark.
Are you making any coils for any other machines other than the Mind Lab?
No, not at this point of time. It was a consideration, but at this point of time, we only make the coils to suit the Minelab detectors. Not every Minelab detector, but there's the certain models that we make for. I do know our Elite series and Gold Hunting series can suit the Whites TDI. Rest in peace, Whites. But yeah, obviously, the Whites machines, if people are still using them, we still get the odd person message us through our either Facebook or website to ask if they've got a TDI. Does our coil suit? So yes, the Elite coils would suit those models. But other than that, yeah, we don't make any coils for other models, other manufacturers. Sorry.
Trevor, do you see people using those in Australia, the TDIs?
A few people, yeah. There's a couple, not too many. It is a bit, you know, quite rare to see other brands other than Minelab, really, especially on the gold side of things. The Minelab really has that gold area, you know, pretty well tied up with their ability to handle mineralization and still get good sensitivity and depth. The Deus is quite popular over here for sure, you know, as well as, you know, the Equinox. So that's probably the area that the Coin and Treasure side of things is a bit more competition in the market there for that. I know Garrett's got an Axiom coming out soon, which will, you know, is in the gold side of things. So that one's yet to be really seen on its performance capabilities here in Australia. But yeah, we don't see many TDI users, unfortunately, anymore.
Okay, good. Well, now it's time for a word from our sponsor. So I'm going to put everybody here in the green room and we'll hear from our sponsor and then we'll be right back.
All righty.
Hey friends, Phil Myers here from Myers Metal Detectors located in sunny Tampa, Florida.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about coils, about increasing your fines by using a different size coil for the application. Now today I have my Coil Tek coils here. These are available for the MindLab Equinox 600 and 800. And this is a very popular coil, the 5x10 coil for relic and coin hunting in very trashy areas. Excellent coil, covers a lot of ground, still goes deep for the 5x10 size that it is. I also have a 14x9 coil and a 15-inch coil. You should think about changing your coils to do different things with your detector. To go deeper for relic hunting or deeper on the beach, you want to cover more ground. Think about using a different size coil to dress up your detector and find more finds. Also, Coil Tek has a special for Christmas. They have a special promo pack that comes with each coil. It's a $50 value. I think they might call it a prospecting kit. But anyway, it has a lot of accessories in it, and we'll have those in stock next week. So, Phil Myers Metal Detector, and remember, along with your new coil when you get it, you're also going to get one of our famous Florida calendars and our nice blue hat. Phil Myers Metal Detectors, 813-237-1939, or look me up on the website, myersdepot.com. Thank you and happy hunting. Hey friends, Phil Myers here from Myers Metal Detectors. Mute that again.
Yeah. Happy
That's a
fingers.
good ad. You'll play it twice.
That guy talks a lot.
Yeah. Tell you what, those calendars and blue hats look good. I'm going to have to buy me a coil, I think. I want one of those calendars. They're cool.
Oh, they're nice calendars, let me tell you.
Yeah. They look
Did
really
I
good.
send you yours, Jeff? I couldn't remember if I sent yours.
No, I just wait patiently.
Oh, you got to let me know, my friend. I get lost in the work, and you too, Trevor. I'll send you one for sure. So when it's real cold there in Australia, you'll be looking at a nice Florida beach.
Yeah, exactly. I want to check out those Florida beaches more, and I can do it virtually.
There you go, for sure.
Yeah, you just need to come to Florida,
That'd be nice. Yeah, I do. Actually, now COVID's pretty much over. I've been traveling a bit around Australia to see some of the dealers and start that travel up again. So, it could be on the cards. 2023, we've got to start planning our travel and going around and showcasing some things, and come and see you, Phil, and maybe do a Coil Tek detecting day or something and meet a bunch of people.
Yes, that would be awesome. So I know Australia, you guys locked down pretty tight during this whole thing.
Did.
So are you guys open now and
Yep.
people traveling and?
Yep. Everything's relaxed now. So all the restrictions around COVID have been lifted. Now, even if you get COVID, you're told you don't have to isolate anymore. You just have to, watch for symptoms and just be like, if you've got everyday cold, if you're really bad, stay at home. If you're not, make sure you just keep sanitizing. They still encourage people to wear masks if they're not feeling well. And our medical industry, like some of the hospitals and doctor surgeries and things like that, you have to wear a mask still. That's still in, but it's pretty well relaxed, which is very good because it's obviously people's mental health. We are very social humans, and we want to make sure that everyone can be mentally strong and get out there again. So, very conscious of that.
Yeah, and how about your production of your products? Are you getting everything to make everything fast, or has any of the supply chain issues still affect you?
Well, some supply chain issues are there still. We're pretty good. We stocked up pretty good over the last 12 months with a lot of products, raw materials. So we're quite on top of things in that sense. The thing that's killing everyone at the moment is freight costs. The freight companies are still not reducing their prices to what they were before COVID because they're still saying that there's problems out there. But yet you see freight companies having record years, with their profits and everything. So it's at the moment it's really frustrating because obviously the end user has to pay for that because of freight increases through getting more materials in from where we get them either overseas or locally, and then the shipping to get the stuff over to the US, and then our distributor getting it to you, Phil, and then you've got to get it out to people too.
Right.
There's just this huge on-flow effect, and it either reduces margins for companies, or we've got to pass that on, and it's not good, especially when inflation's going up, and it's really can be challenging, that's for sure. But
it is.
yeah, but look, we're optimistic, and remember, metal detecting's one of the only hobbies out there that you can find treasures to pay your hobby back and help subsidize income. So if you're out there finding every quarter, every gold jewelry, if you're a gold nugget hunter, you're finding stuff that can pay you back. So it's a really good hobby to do. Plus, you're out there, concentrating on a wonderful hobby in the outdoors. It's fantastic, meeting new people. Great hobby.
Yeah, I just wish they'd start buying gold again instead of stainless steel and tungsten.
Yeah, well, you can't find stainless steel.
Yeah, I tell you what, I did throw a link up in the chat. If you would like to come on briefly and ask a question of Trevor or Phil or myself, whatever, just click on that link, follow the directions. I'll bring you in so you can ask your question. So the link is in the chat.
All right, folks. And if you have a question and you're shy and you don't want to come on, just type it there. Jeff and I are doing a pretty good job of reading the comments.
Yeah, Jocelyn out doling out the goodies.
Yeah, she's still out there.
And if you look at right there, folks. Keep a watch on Phil. He's constantly going, Jocelyn, how much is left? Jocelyn, how much is left? He don't want her to give away all the candy.
I'm looking at my camera in the front, and there looks like 20 people there getting my candy. Dang it!
Oh, you have to go out there as well, Phil, and get some candy back.
Yes, get some of it for sure.
Yeah.
But that's just awesome, and the promotion. So Robert, the distributor, already has those, then, correct?
Correct. Yep. So they've already been delivered to the US. So you should be shipping them out with any of your orders that you've got in, Phil, to make sure that you get those. Like you said, I think it should be this week or early next week. Yeah. You'll get them.
I think he shipped me my order a couple days ago, so I should have them in a couple days at the worst case, but maybe tomorrow if I get lucky, because that hat looks real nice for sure.
The hat is actually my favorite hat we've ever got. Over the years, we've had different suppliers of hats, and this one sits really nice. It keeps its shape, which is really important. I think I see a lot of people wearing some of these older hats that are all floppy and lose their shape, but this one keeps its shape for a long time, and it's a really nice feel. I love my hats. I've probably got about 30 or 40 of them at home because I collect hats. So when I've got one of these it's really comfortable, which is really good.
Send him a blue hat, Phil.
Yeah, I have to send a blue hat and a calendar to you for sure.
That'd be great. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much.
Text me your. Well, I guess can get your address from Robert, from the distributor for sure.
Yeah, or any of the emails. My signature's there. Otherwise, through the website, anyone can hit us up if you ever want to ask a question or talk about your product, or if you've got any issues, we're here to help. You just hit us up either through our Facebook group or our website, coiltek.com.au. Phil, did you get the email from Natalie with all the promo, like the images and everything?
Yes,
for this
I did.
Christmas promo? Good.
Yes, I got that. And for the folks who know me, and the folks who don't know me, it takes me a little while to get pictures on my website and on Facebook, but they'll be there for sure.
They'll be there.
Halloween candy.
Yeah.
He's already been through half a bag before they started giving it out.
Yeah,
he gets lots of sugar rush, and he gets things done better.
I'll get all jacked up on that chocolate, and I'll be up all night posting pics on the website for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, Phil. So we do have some questions about what is happening with Coil Tek and the MindLab Manticore when it is released.
Wow, yeah, fantastic. The Manticore is certainly pretty exciting out there. I think it's going to be that next level up from the Equinox, that's for sure, with power and ability. So yes, we are discussing with Minelab for coils for Manticore. So at the moment, we don't have any information that we can release in regards to sizes, shapes, or anything like that. Minelab are looking to release the Manticore, I think, sometime later this month or in December. I believe that's the case. I'm sure they're working hard to get that all ready to go because they would have quite a demand for it. But in 2023, we'll certainly be looking at what we can do to try and complement the coil series with the Manticore.
Yeah, I think what the latest information we had on the release was hopefully, possibly by Christmas, right, Phil? There's no definite release date.
Yes, they didn't give us a release date, and I try to discourage people from buying them from me because I don't want to hold their money that long because I don't know. It could be December, it could be 6 months from now.
Yeah,
we just don't know. We went through that with the Equinox, if you all remember, and one of the reasons why Phil doesn't want to take your money and put you on a list. I mean, he'll put you on a list, a waiting list, but not take any money, is that way you don't get irritated at him because it's not his fault.
Yeah.
You may be 10th on the list, and Minelab will allocate 5 detectors for him.
Right.
And then you're wondering why, see, you got those. How come I didn't get mine? Well, you were 10th on the list. If you want to get on the list for a Minelab Manticore, by all means, contact Phil. Say, yes, I want one. And he will send your email. And he will get up with you when he gets his allocation and he knows when they're going to be here. Then you can send him money. And I think that's the smart thing to do. That way it causes no feelings.
Right.
Ill feelings on y'all's part against him.
Right, sure.
It's not his fault.
But if you need a detector now, I'll say the Equinox is an excellent choice, and of course Trevor's coil make it even better. So you could get that. The Manticore is almost twice the price of the Equinox, and I think the Equinox is an awesome detector.
Yeah.
Plus, there are all the coils that are available for it. The 3 from Coil Tek, and I think there's 2 from Minelab, right?
3 from Minelab. Yep.
3 from Minelab. So, plus there's, Phil sells lots of brands of detectors too. So,
Yeah, remember your detectors like your toolbox at home. You don't have just one tool in that toolbox to do everything. You've got spanners and screwdrivers and shifters and all these other types of tools. So your detector needs different coils to be able to do different jobs in different ground.
Yeah.
So as you start to use your detector more and start to get used to it, and you've got areas that have been productive with one coil type, it's really important that you give another coil type a try in that area. You may find more targets. There's a lot of the times I hear it time and time again where people have gone to areas with the standard style coil and go back with another coil type, and they definitely come home with more targets, and see more things that they go, how did I miss that? Or, I'm sure I swung over that area, so it's super important. And yes, I want you to buy a Coil Tek, everyone out there. Please go buy a Coil Tek from Myers. But, it's really important that, you welcome that idea and think about that detector as being your toolbox, and you need tools in that kit to be able to maximize your yield.
That is an absolute true statement.
Yes, I notice that myself. If I'm hunting an old area, I for sure will swap the coil and change to a different size because you just don't realize what you missed.
Smaller coils, Phil.
Yes.
For all the housing tear outs and stuff that you hunt.
Yes.
Very trashy areas.
Right. Sidewalk tear outs, road tear outs, houses. Yep. Did I have some chocolate left? The rest of the chocolate. So
he needs a Twix. He needs a Twix boost.
She went and got the rest of the chocolate, so it looks like I'm not going to have any.
Well, I guess you have to go to the stove.
Yes.
Good business out there. Good business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, also
So
some days when I'm detecting, I don't feel like swinging a big coil. I just want to have the little one on because I just feel like that. So other days it might not be situational. It's more about how you feel, or you're feeling nice and strong and you go, right, let's give this 15-inch a go, or the larger coil, and let's get out there and have a bit of a hunt with a bigger coil to see what's out there. It's like fishing. You throw your bait out and you wait to see what bites, The
that's
difference
true.
with prospecting is you don't throw the small ones back. Where fishing, you have to. So, you want to keep everything. So, certainly it can be situational, could be certain types of ground like you hunt, Phil, where you said, some of the areas you definitely need to have a smaller coil because it's easier to maneuver up the banks or the cutaways and those sort of things. So,
yeah, for sure. Well, it looks like, Jeff, you're running the banner again, so that means we must be going to give something away.
That's it. We are indeed. And just one little comment. Delco Detecting, he said he just broke the ears on his Equinox 15-inch coil. So, Delco, call Phil, 813-237-1939, and get a Coil Tek 15-inch coil.
Yeah.
and if you do it 1st of November, you'll get the marketing pack with it too.
That's right. So let's get ready. As you know, we already gave away one to a lucky Canadian, and now we're giving away the second one with the cap and the rum cup and the fines pouch and all the other goodies that goes with it. So Coil Tek Coils had to find the gold. Now you'll have 3 minutes to text me at my number across the bottom of the screen with your name and you are here. And the winner is, get ready, get your thumbs and fingers ready, Louis Villarreal.
Louis.
He just won a Coil Tek swag pack with a rum cup in it.
Yeah.
I think it's
chocolate in it if you want to.
I think it's Luis.
Luis Villarreal.
Villarreal.
Yeah,
Villarreal.
Villarreal.
Maybe he'll tell us how to pronounce it correctly.
As long as he texts.
Yes, if he can text it.
Yeah,
I see him in the chat, so he's got his thumbs up in the chat, so he better. He knows what he's got to do. Yes.
Do it in the chat. Don't get it done.
Yeah, for sure. But I
He's
see
got about a minute and a half left to text me.
Yes.
So do not disappoint, Luis.
So, Trevor, why don't you tell us the biggest nugget you've dug?
The biggest gold nugget was a it's roughly 1.6 ounce, but there was about, after the rock came, because it was a specimen, after the rock came out, it was about 32, 33 grams. So I joined the ounce club, found one of those. I actually found that in Arizona when I came to Arizona on a trip. I think it was 2009, 10, sometime around then, and got taken out by Doc and Doc's Detecting in Nevada, and went out there and caught up with another dealer over there, and was lucky enough to go to Elise, and we had a bit of a hunt around, and out popped that nugget. It was very surprising, and had to travel halfway around the world to find it. So very lucky, very happy.
So you said it was specimen. So what was it, like in quartz? Yeah,
in quartz. So the gold was all the way through the quartz, and then I put it in some nasty acid, hydrofluoric acid, and it ate away all the quartz and just left the gold nugget behind. So it had all these beautiful little pockets where the quartz was, and all the little spikes and everything of the gold in there. It's a pretty beautiful piece. So I've still got that one. That one will be a keeper. And then, done a few trips to Western Australia and Victoria, and lucky enough to find some gold over there. But unfortunately, I don't get out as much as I would like, that's for sure. My time will come, but at the moment I've got to keep pushing some pencils around here and helping with sales and marketing and production and keeping all the coils and the factory running.
Awesome.
It'd be a ripper.
It is a ripper. Yeah, it's a bloody beauty. There you go. Can we say that?
Our winner, he's got about 40 seconds to text me with his name and he is here. Otherwise,
Did you
I'm
say
going
he's
on to
there?
somebody else. I know he's in the chat, but you got to
Yeah, I
text.
can
That's
see
the
him.
rule.
So, my friend, you better
What
follow
if his
the rules.
phone's flat?
Yeah. Yeah. Can't. What if he can't text?
Yeah, what if he can't text?
Well,
No?
you know what? I'm
I
sorry.
know. That's the rules.
That's the
Yeah.
rules.
Rules
Are
are the
rules.
rules. It wouldn't be fair to everybody else.
That's fair enough. Well, hopefully he'll text. How long's he got there,
He's got
Jeff?
about 30 seconds left.
Oh, this is down to the wire. I think he's doing this on purpose just to build hype and anxiety. This is great.
Well, I
Nervous
don't think he is. I wish he'd hurry up. Otherwise, I'm going to have to draw another name.
Yeah.
What a bummer for sure.
Well, lucky
Yeah.
for someone else.
Yeah, somebody else will get lucky, and I have more names.
Yeah, and I see Joe Beasy saying your name and address.
He don't need to give me his address right now. He needs to text my number with his name that he's here. And that's all he needs to do right at this point. He's got about 15 seconds.
It's
Let's
coming
give him
down.
20.
It's coming down. Give him 20. We'll
Give him
I'll
20
give him
seconds.
20 seconds because I'm a nice person.
Yes, he is. Oh, goodness. So, all right. So we know your biggest gold. So how about your oldest coin you've dug, Trevor?
That was a threepence. I've still got it somewhere, but I think it was like 1870 something, 1880 something, I believe, from what I can remember. That was actually when I was gold hunting. So I found it with a gold machine, but now I popped that coin. So
that's awesome.
Tiny little silver coin. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Still want to get over and find some Florida pirate treasure and then maybe UK as well and get some of those old hammered coins and looking for some of the Roman stuff. That'd be superb.
Oh, yeah.
That 9.5 by 5 would be a killer one in the fields.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
and
really good. They also love the big coils over there too, because some of the pastures they're turned over so much. The hordes and that are down a bit deeper, so the 15-inch is also a good one.
Jeff, it looks like Luis says I'm texting, but you're not getting it.
Well, I'm sitting here right here with my phone in my hand.
So 850-545-1651. Make sure the number's
correct. Put a 1 in front of that, Luis.
You got to put a 1 in front of that, do you?
Yep.
Maybe.
Excellent.
Some phones you do.
Big Poppy's got the number in there.
Pardon?
Big Poppy popped the number in there.
Maybe you forgot to put the 1 in front.
That could be. You know, the phone companies they're unreal.
Yeah, they change things all the time. I never used to have to put an area code in, but now they make us put an area code in.
Yeah. If I'm calling somebody in town, I have to put the area code in.
Yeah, right. So here in Australia, we just use a 04. Like that's how all the cell numbers are here. So no matter what state you're in, so hopefully they keep that. And
they'll change it again if they figure they can make more money.
Just what they can do. Yeah. How'd he go? Did he text yet? Has he got the number right?
He's got about. I'm being generous here.
Being real generous, yeah.
Oh, it sounds like he got it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good now, Lewis. Now, here's the second part of it.
Oh, there's two of
text coming in now. Yeah.
Okay, we got it, Lewis. We got it. Now, treasuretalkshow@gmail.com. Name, address, phone number. Send an email. That's all we got to do. So we're going.
The email's at the bottom of the screen, just here.
Yep, right there.
Send the email, and then we'll get that from you, Jeff, and then we'll be able to send that out to them. So hopefully they can see that early next week.
That would be great. That would be great. So congratulations, Lewis. You are going to like it, and you have to let us know what you drink out of the cup.
Yeah. Maybe even a photo with the hat on and the cup and the dummy holder and opening a bottle.
Yep. Send me a picture, and I'll try to get it on the show because we know what the Canuck is going to, because it's starting the winter time up there. And she will have rum.
Yeah.
Rum toddy.
like a good
She was
pirate.
drinking a rum
So I've
tonic.
also got for the Equinox users out there some special news that in 2023 we are looking at another coil for the Equinox as well. So we can't say too much at the moment, but a little bit of leaked news is always a good thing. Keep things excited. So Equinox users, yes, the Manticore's coming out, and that's going to be a really good machine. But if you do have an Equinox or thinking about a machine, the Equinox is fantastic, and we're still going to be supporting that for several years to come. And we're looking at another coil for that machine as well, which will be really complementary to the machine's performance.
Yeah, I don't think the Equinox is going away anytime soon.
No, I don't think so either.
Going to be here, and it's still going to be a big seller. It's a good detector.
Yeah, at that price point, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, because I think unless MindLab comes out with something to compete with it, the higher end detector will be there, but you need that price point.
Yeah, well, they've got the Vanquish range, the sort of entry level.
Right.
The Equinox are for a little bit more serious and people that want a nice, easy machine, and then the Manticore will satisfy a lot of these bit more, professional or serious treasure hunters. Then you still got the CTX, which has the GPS tracking and even more capabilities with identification, and then you move into the gold machines for that era. So I think they've covered it nicely.
Yeah, they have pretty much the whole gambit, with their machines. And I think, the Equinox is going to be here for a good long while. And there are a lot of people out there that love their Equinox, and that's a great thing. It's a good detector. So, complement your arsenal definitely with the Coil Tek coils. And they're very, very affordable. There's nothing overpriced at all about the Coil Tek coils, is there, Philip?
No, not at all. They're awesome coils, and they just work great. And I just following the chat, and Trevor, they're all saying you should make coils for the Deus 2, the Legend. So
wow,
they're wanting you to make coils for other detectors.
Yeah. Well, look, nothing's off the table. Let me put it that way. It's certainly things that we have discussed here, and we look at carefully to make sure that we can position ourselves correctly and see what ability we've got. We haven't yet discussed anything with Deus themselves or XP to sort of discuss whether there's opportunities there, or whether we, with MindLab, we collaborate with them. So all our coils are fully approved by MindLab.
Right.
For the Equinox and the GPX 6000. So the Gold Hawk coils and Nox coils all have a little MindLab approved label on there as well, which means that it's gone through their engineering team and they've all given it a tick of approval for the machine. So there's confidence in all of that. All our coils come with a 2-year warranty as well. But we need to collaborate with MindLab because there are certain security devices within the coils that have to talk to the machine to be able to work. So I'm not sure if Deus have that, or Nocta, or all these other brands. I'm not sure if they're venturing down that method. But you never know. You never know. 2023 is a new year, and no more COVID and lots of things going on. You never know what can happen from Coil Tek.
Yeah, we do have a question from Metal Detecting Florida. He wants to know what's the 15-inch coil? What's the price tag on the Coil Tek 15, Phil?
I'll hand that over to you, Phil.
It looks like it's $269.95.
That's a steal.
Including for November?
Including the promo pack, which you guys, do you call that a prospecting pack? What is that called?
Yeah, well, the marketing team said prospecting pack. You can't really dig with that or that, but prospecting, when you're prospecting, you need to hydrate.
Yeah,
so you've got to have
it's a
that.
prospecting pack.
Can be sunny, so you need this.
One of the two.
Yeah, that's right. And then sometimes you find really good stuff that you need to put in this bag, which would be super. So it is a bit of a prospecting kit in some respects.
You put the Ripper in the bag. And also...
Don't let a Ripper go in the bag. That's not what you do. That's the Ripper when you let a... Yeah, anyway, we won't talk about that. But you can use the stubby holder to cool your cans.
Yes, but I do
Keep
want to
them.
mention that all of Trevor's coils do come with the mounting hardware and the coil cover. So
Yep,
that's a
correct.
deal for those coils. So
And
Yeah,
plus
skid plate,
the
nuts
fact,
and bolts.
for the rest of the year, you're getting the calendar and a hat
yes,
from Myers Metal Detectors. I mean, come on.
yeah, you're getting it all. So Jeff, it looks like yeah, it looks like we're over time, and I might have to get out there and get some chocolate. So
You better go tackle some of those trick or treaters.
yes,
They got your chocolate, buddy.
Yeah, push them over, Jeff. Get your chocolate back.
Yeah,
yes,
Phil, he'll go out there and he'll body block a couple
Phil,
of them.
sorry.
yeah.
So
So
there's going to be a witch and a goblin get body blocked by a Myers Metal Detector T-shirt. Say, give me
Yeah,
my candy back.
yeah.
well, Trevor, I want to thank you for coming on here and thank you for doing the promo and the giveaways here. That's awesome.
No
And
problems.
yeah, your
Thank you
products
for
are
the
awesome. I use them myself, so they are good coils. So people will love them. If they weren't lucky enough to be the winner, they can of course pick them up to shop or on my website. We'll ship them out to you, or you can call me with your credit card information. We'll get it shipped to you. And thank you, Jeff, for running the show tonight and helping the winners get their prizes. That's awesome.
Yes, indeed. And all you, this is a public service announcement in Tampa, Florida. All you trick or treaters, watch out. Phil is on the loose. He's
I'm on
hungry.
this. That's right.
He's
Yeah, for
hungry.
your candy. Yeah, well, thanks, gentlemen. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Phil, with Myers Metal Detectors. Really appreciate your support. You do a great job for us, that's for sure. Love being on the show. Hello to everyone. Goodbye to everyone. Hit us up on the Facebook, Coil Tek Facebook page. We've got a Coil Tek Facebook group for coin and treasure and gold. Otherwise, you can always hit us up through the website, coiltek.com.au, and ask a question, and we'd be more than happy to answer. But appreciate it, everyone. Thank you for having me on.
Well, we'll get you back in probably around March when you'll have some more information about what's coming down for the springtime here in the United States. And Trevor, as always, it's been a ripper.
It's been a ripper.
That's it. Thanks, man. We appreciate you ever so much. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Phil. And thank you, Jocelyn, for saving Phil a Snicker bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go out there and get them. So
That's right. Well, if you go out there, he'll get a Snicker, a Milky Way, a Mars bar, and a Twix.
Yeah, and then he'll do lots of detecting and walking tomorrow to burn off all of those calories.
yes, I'll have to.
That's right. That's right. So thanks, everybody. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Absolutely. We'll see you, friends.
See ya.